So, welcome back. Little update video for the day. I feeling better. I have already more energy. So, maybe I have a good update video for you today. As always, I'm using this method here, the Fractal method. If you want to know more, I made a standalone video for the whole explanation. I will link it at the end of the video, or you just search for the Fractal method playlist. So let's start with SPY today, shall we? So today I have an absolute fantastic bullish version for you and an absolutely catastrophic one. I'm leaning more to the bullish one, just because I can't, how to say that? I can't really make sense of the bearish one right now. But let's see. For the bullish version, this whole thing was just our A. Maybe I have a third one. Okay. So for the bullish version, this was our A. And the A is ending in a 0.5 pullback. A 0.5 pullback from our low to our peak. What we did today, our lowest low was 671.254. Our 0.5 is at 670. But you can, for the 0.5 bounce, you can bounce on it, a little bit over it, a little bit on it. So in that case, this area here is perfect for a bounce. Just saying. You would just do a higher low and then go up with little A would be around 682, B would be around 686, and your next target would be a middle B over our all-time highs. Then pullback and so on. That would be the absolute bullish version. And today, after hours is closed, Trump is talking. Maybe this is the catalyst for it. The bullish bearish version I just mentioned would be that this whole thing isn't A, that this whole thing is higher low. Higher low of this. In that case, we still have to do the V on A. Yeah, we have to go at least 1 cent under 664.58. Then the same. Higher low, A, B, C, whatever, and go up. The bearish version, the absolute shitty bear version, and here comes the problem, isn't working for me with SPY right now. But it's working for its big brother, SPX. Because if you look, SPX made its all-time high in October. The same like SPY did its all-time high on October 28, or the old all-time high in October 28. At the same time, SPY did its SPX did its all-time high here. But the same time, when SPY made its new all-time high at December 11, SPX did a lower peak on December 11. And that's a problem. Because in that case, this was your lower peak. And in that case, October was the market top. And that would mean this drop isn't finished. This lower peak is finished when we drop under November 21. Somewhere here, you would go up again. This would be your M. You would fall lower again, go up again, T, and so on. In that case, and that's why I'm saying it isn't making sense for SPY, because SPY, wherever it drops, in that case, if it's, I mean, SPX and SPY are moving together. SPX is the big brother of SPY. But in that case, you would have to drop under 649, come up again, then make the lower high. SPX would already be in its, I don't know, M pattern. Drop again, come up again, M, and so on. And if we're doing this, just saying, in that case, my macro tracking comes in place, where we will do this. That we already topped. That would also mean for Bitcoin, we topped. Same for Nasdaq, we top. Same for Dow Jones, we top. Same for many other stocks, not all of them. But this would be a scenario that the market crash is already not starting, already running. And in that case, we have two possibilities. The first one, this top here in October was our big C. The first time in history that SPY had its C. In that case, in my opinion, some people thinking it will go quicker. In my opinion, this drop, your L, your M, your T, your V, will take only 1 to 2 years. If this is C, in my opinion, this will take 2 to 5 years. And your target, if this was C, would be something, what is it? Way too much drawing. Would be something under 218. You have to drop even 1 cent under 218, because this would be our V&A. If this is only B, so if this was only B and this was A and this was higher low, then you only have to drop under or a little bit over 322, because this is our 0.5 from our RA low to our B peak. Even for this, I mean, for this I could say, okay, if we are quick, we could be finished end of 2026 with this. But you would still have to do lower high, midpoint T. That would be both scenarios catastrophic. I mean, I'm thinking we get it anyway. I just thought we may get a blow off top first. And with the blow off top, the levels would come up. But maybe we already had the blow off top. Could be. We should see the answer in the next, I would imagine, 2 weeks. Because if we're not bouncing here or here and not making new all-time highs and you're dropping here, that's bad. That's really bad. For Bitcoin, that would mean 2 things. For the bullish version, nothing really changed. For the bullish version, this was your T. This was your V&A. And this, I still think that this was your higher low. This was your A. And you are not allowed to drop under 83K. You're just not allowed to, because then there's no alternative for the upside anymore. But you should really go up. B is at 107, little pullback, and then blow off top, breaking all-time highs. If not, and we're taking the bearish route, like SPY, because I think they will both do the same, then this was your T. In that case, you will drop under this, make a higher low, you would still come up, lower high, and then till next year something, your target is 44K. Just because you're taking, because I still think Bitcoin is in its B right now, you're taking the 0.5 from your A low to your B peak, and here 44K. In that case, you will drop down here, and then you will go to the, yeah. Will be interesting. Yeah. What do we do? Let's see what Trump is bringing to the market today. I mean, I can't give a fuck about him, but okay. No, not because of him, because I'm not really a supporter, but yeah. But just because it's just news. The Fractal is saying this was just A or higher low, perfect, we go up. The Fractal is saying we already topped, then we go down. Then Trump can do whatever he wants. But he is a volatility target. The same like tomorrow's core inflation. So also a volatility event. Okay, then let's jump into our stocks. Should I really talk about AMC? Just for a very small repetition. We're making new all-time lows now. I still think we are not done yet. My target is around 160-ish, can also be 170-ish. Why? Because of this trend line here. When you look, it was resistance line in 2020 and 2019. Here, resistance. In our squeeze week, we broke it and retested it twice. In 2024, it was support and resistance, and again in the squeeze in 24, it was breakout, retest line, and in 2025, it was the bottom from the higher low and the V before we had the next squeeze. So in that case, I think that is our target for our V. Then higher low, and then we go. And that's the important part. Just for short, I don't think we will squeeze from the bottom. So let's say this today was our bottom. Perfect. We still need a higher low. Why? Because AMC never, ever squeezed from the bottom. Never. In 2020, it took you from the bottom to the finish of the higher low 9 days. In 2024, it took you from the bottom to finish the higher low 24 days. In 2025, from the bottom to finish the higher low, it took you 26 days and a channel. So let's say, because this channel only appeared once, or you can call it channel 15, it makes absolutely sense that you say you might need 28 days. Okay? In that case, if we just say today was the bottom, 28 days from today, January 14. Just saying. You're not squeezing from the bottom, in my opinion. The same thing, in my opinion, we won't do a one-part squeeze. Why? Because we didn't do that in 2020. I'm not comparing it to 2024 or 2025, because this wasn't our V and our A and B. We are tracking this whole thing as one fractal. Here, the same here, one fractal. This was the first one. This is the second one. Now, hopefully, comes the third one. That means we are still tracking this, because this is the only repetition we have where we can say we want to see a squeeze. This was just the end of the fractal. This one here, just the end. For the beginning, we have to repeat this. And in this, there is no one-part squeeze. There's just nothing. So in that case, wherever our bottom is, we will go up to our A. Something around $150 to $50-ish. Then, as always, you're taking from your low, the fib, 0.5. This is your pullback target. Then you will do this stupid uptrend. And then you will go to your all-time highs, because you don't really saw a B pullback here. So yeah, in my opinion, this will happen. If one part squeezes happen, fine. do it. Why not? Just gap up to all-time highs. I would like to sell there. No financial advice, but if I see 150 at open and not really a run, I'm selling. I leave some runners, but I'm selling. Because I don't want to hold through this. No. Especially how long this took. This can easily drag out months. Just saying. And for price target, yeah, we are in a megathon. We touched this once in 2020. We touched it once in 2024. I don't think we will touch it again, the same like in 2020. We will make a higher high. Not a higher high, but we won't touch it anymore. So, would make sense here. The same for the higher levels. We touched in 2021 the upper trend line here. So I think we have a good chance. Not really want to say price target, but for the second part of the squeeze, it makes sense. Okay, Jimmy, because I heard already so many people cheering, yay, we are going up, we are going up. For the tracking for Jimmy. So, all in all, for me, GME is in its B. A was everything before 2020 April. Then we had our squeeze. And from January 21 bis May 2024 was just our B pullback. And right now we're doing the higher low of this B pullback. So what have we done now? The thing is, look at these two fractals right now. We have our C, we have our C, we have our lower high, we have our lower high. We have our midpoint, we have our midpoint. We have our T, we have our T. We drop, have a peak. Drop, have a peak. We make a new low, we make a new low. We come up again. And then we made a double top. Quite a double top. What do we have here? We come up again. So for the micro tracking, here is our T. It's also our little C. For the little C, you have here your lower high, here your midpoint, here T, here your V. And then you start over again. You have for the bullish way. Okay, I give you that. I don't want to be an asshole, so I give you also the bullish way. For the bullish way, this whole thing is your higher low. That would mean that this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, this is your L. This would be your M. This tiny thing here would be your T. And that would be your V and A. In that case, this is your high low. And you start running and go off. Okay, so for all dreamers, everything is fine. We are squeezing next week. Okay, for all people who want a realistic thinking, this can't be higher low. I'm sorry, but it can't. The thing is, if you look here, just to explain this. You see where the M here is starting. A lower low. M. Fall down. A lower low. And then T is starting. And is going to its V. What do we have here? M is starting here. Up. What is missing here? A lower low. That's the main problem here. Right now. So can't be. And the next problem I have is, if this is higher low, which sometimes GME is doing that the T is starting from a higher low. Okay, only GME is doing that. I don't know why, but maybe there's something we don't see. So let's say this is T. Okay. The only problem I have is, and that is something which I just can't overlook. A higher low is ending in its V under A. And our V under A is here. And the V under A rule is you have to drop under the line. Even only 1 cent. You have to drop under it. You didn't do that. So this higher low isn't finished. Okay, you can still do this and then shoot up. Okay, perfect. But this isn't finished yet. And you can put a B line from your B bottom to the most touch points and look where we rejected here. There's only one thing. If you look at the daily, you have a candle which you don't see on any other time frame. This stupid candle here. $24. Okay. So as long as you're not breaking this trend line, as long as you're not breaking $24, you will go down. If you break $24, okay. In this case, because always have an alternative, in that case, this was in some kind of way a higher low. In that case, your next moves would be, you come up, this would be your A, you will pull back, breakout retest, and then you squeeze. In that case, absolutely. And it would be absolutely fine with that. If not, we should see in the this week or next week, a massive rejection. And that would mean you will fall under 19, will bounce, come up again. This would be then your T. And then we will drop to my price target around 17, 16-ish dollars, doing a higher low, and then we go. Because also GME isn't squeezing from the bottom, it's always squeezing from the higher low. So let's see what will happen. I'm really interested in what will happen. I'm open for both ways, just to end this whole thing. Okay, next one, BYND. Finally, we're getting some moves on that shit. So for BYND, here's our bullish chart. Our breakout in October was just our higher low. Why? Just because we ended in a V under A. Perfectly. The higher low is already finished. For the bullish tracking, the only thing which we are doing right now is the higher low of the higher low. The only thing for this is we made a new low today, and as I'm already saying since, I don't know, 1 week or 2 weeks now, to finish this higher low, I had the theory that this was our higher low and this is already A. It wasn't like that, because for this we should have bounced here with this. So if we would have cracked here levels, perfect. With this movement, no. I really don't have a bullish alt right now. With this movement, we have to come down here, 93 cents, high low, and then we go. With this move in after hours, with this 5%, I could see we finishing this tomorrow and Friday. Next week is a short week, I know, but short weeks are perfect for squeezes, short squeezes. So it would be funny if we're doing this move next week. I am not saying that, just saying, if you see a bounce around this area here, that looks good. That really looks good. Only one thing you have to be careful is the only bearish order I have is that this whole higher low isn't finished yet, and this was your T. In that case, you have to drop under this. And in that case, you still have a gap here. In that case, I think we will fill this gap. Higher low, and then we go. Not seeing that yet, but always have an order. Okay? Good. Next one is Bad Bar from BYND. Don't think we did really change a lot today. Our bull version. Just saying the bear version would be that this was just our T, and we have to go to a new all-time low, somewhere here or down here. Okay, and this will take time, and it would be absolutely shit. For the bull version, we finished our higher low here with a perfect VNA, and since then, yeah, we are waiting. Just waiting. If we're doing a little higher low of this whole higher low, then we still have to come down here to 5, something under 596, and then we can go. Let's see. Right now, it's just waiting for something. Yeah. Okay. DGT didn't really do anything. Highcraft mining. It's so easy to predict right now because since we're just going up, 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 up. Just one thing, be careful now. We are right now in this section here. So maybe we could start to going sideways now with a little pullback. So I don't really know how long this could take. Just saying, if we're not getting a pullback, our target is 31 still, or I'm a little bit over it. Then, in my opinion, we will get this 0.5 pullback. So wherever in this region, we will get this 0.5 pullback. And then the only thing is breaking all-time highs or not. Still looks absolutely fucking bullish. Perfect. Let's look at NEO. Here our bullish chart for NEO. For NEO we already finished B, are on the run to C. Did we do anything today? Yeah. Not really. Let's look at the 1 minute for a second. Okay, maybe on the 5 minute. Just to see this whole thing. So this would be your C, this would be your B. This would be, no, das passt schon. Somewhere in here would be your A. So in that case, I'm always saying that we are in the A pullbacks there. Here's the 0.5, and the A pullback is normally ending in a 0.5. So you have still a chance that this is just a higher low. That this was your V, this is about 0.5, and you're ready to go. If you drop under 473, just saying my main target is 437, and then you go. Why? Just the thing, it could easily be that this is not A, that this is just a higher low. It normally isn't, because you already broke out of the wedge, but because you have the VNA. But the main thing why I think we have to go here to the VNA is just because we did the same thing in 2020. V, higher low or A, however we call it, head and shoulders, drop under VNA. Then a higher low, and then we do this. So in my opinion, we still need some downside and still some time. But if you finish that, our next target is 16 for B, and then breaking all-time highs or not. Okay, then let's look at plug. Here's our bullish chart for plug. Tick-tock. For plug, for the bullish chart, we finished our high low, are in the run, and are in the run to A right now. And also for plug, we have the same problem right now. Or not the same problem. I track this normally as A. So if this is our A peak, we have a very small higher low. But okay. But in that case, you are not allowed to drop under 161 again. And then you're still doing the higher low right now. So in that case, let's look. In that case, in that case, this was your higher low, then this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, this is already your lower high, most likely. E, and you still have to drop to 186, and then you can go. Just to finish this little higher low. If you do that, perfect. Your next target would be 31 then. If this was just higher low, this whole thing, then you still have to break $1.03 cents, and then you have to go. For levels, let's look for levels. Everything over $3, forget the bearish alternative. Everything under 161, you will go down here. Pretty easy. Okay. Next one. User. Just because we got a little pullback today. Let's look on our bullish chart. Here's our bullish chart. You completely finished the first fractal already. Our next big target is 165. And let's look what we did today. Yeah, see, we have here our main V, our high low, which was ending in a BYND. We broke out of the wedge, retested the wedge, and finished our A pullback. Yeah, and right now we did our little A. So this little A shouldn't fall under 647, and I don't think we will. Your next target would be something around $14 in my opinion. Then you could get a little pullback, but your main target is still 164, and it would look like this here. And in that case, you would be right now in this little pullback here. If we see a gap up, then we would be then in this, and the next gap up is the big one. Looks fantastic. Okay, BLNK. Here our bullish chart. Again, too small. Here our bullish chart for BLNK. BLNK, it's already in its third fractal, so first, second. We are already in the third one for the bullish tracking. For the bullish tracking, we finished, maybe not big enough. For the bullish tracking, we finished our second one in a BYND. Perfect. And we already finished the higher low for the bullish tracking. And that would mean right now we're just doing the higher low of the higher low. Sounds stupid, but yeah. Always waiting to the end. In that case, we maybe have to drop. No, this one. We maybe have to drop still under 70 cents, but I mean, that's nothing. And then we can go. The only alternative right now, and one last thing, our next move should be this for the bullish tracking. So our next target would be 26. And if you see, or not 26, but 8 and then 26, and this should be quite quick. Only thing, the only alternative I have is that this wasn't our higher low, then this was T. And in that case, we would be right now in this candle here. So if we see a gap down suddenly, a quite big one, then we are in this. And we will make a new all-time low and something around 40 to 30 cents. And then it would be already a shitty really shitty penny stock. But risk play. If you search for this stock, you get what you're searching for. Let's look if you do that. I don't see that yet, but just as an alternative. Okay. Sava and Unity didn't really do something today. Open. So here our chart for open. We already finished the first fractal. We are in the middle at the end of the second one. To be clear, we already made A MFA pullback. The only question is the B pullback already finished? And with that move today, I don't think so. With that move today, we broke my B line. So I only have two versions here. And I can't even help you with that. Because the one version would mean you will drop under this and then you go. Or when you drop under this, you will go to the 0.5 and then you go. Because then we will just repeat this here, the A pullback. You see this V, you have here your T, this is the big higher low. In that case, you would be right here right now. And you would still have to do a lower low. The same like here, with here's your T, you went over it and you're falling down. Or it's just the 0.5 from your A bottom to your B peak. That's here. And it isn't helping you when I say, yeah, when we break down here, we could do this or this. Yeah. One of these levels we will do. Yeah. Just saying, if you see a bounce here, perfect entry. If you see a bounce here, even better entry. And your next target is breaking all-time highs or not. No. Next C3I. Nothing really changed. With symmetry tracking, we are right here. It looks like this. With my tracking method, let's look. We did already our V under A. Perfect. We are right now doing the higher low. But still for this higher low, look, you have here V and A. Here's your higher low. This is your A. This is your B. This is your C. We already did our lower high. Here's our midpoint. And this is our T right now. And we still have to do the V under A. And the V under A is exactly at $13.99. So even 1 cent under it. And this higher low is finished. After that, you can go up. Everything over 70.44 is bullish. And your next target is for A 30, for B 36. And then is only the question, are you breaking all-time highs or not? And this is how it should look, or kinda how it should look like. Will be interesting. Grab didn't really do something today. Let's look at GNS for a second. Did GNS changed anything today? So here's our bullish tracking for GNS. For GNS, we're also in the bullish tracking. I mean, the bearish one, it will die. Okay. The bullish one means we finished our fractal. We already did our higher low. We are in the A pullback. And for the bullish tracking, the A pullback is finished with this V under A. And right now, we are doing the higher low. And the higher low is also finished with this V. Anytime we can go. Just for warning for the alternative, if we break under 59 cents, that means that this was your T and this is your V and A. But this is your last chance. This is your last chance to bounce and go. Not seeing that yet, but as always have an alternative. FFAI. Here's our bullish chart for FFAI. Also FFAI, we finished the first fractal. We already finished the higher low. Also this higher low ended in a perfect V and A. And right now we are doing the higher low of the higher low, the micro one. But for this, we didn't finish it yet. You see, here's your V, your higher low, your A, your B, your C. This is your lower high, midpoint T. But still have to drop cents. Just to be under the V and A, and then we can go. Still looks bullish, absolutely perfect. For the alternative, everything under 87 cents and it's dead. And I mean, I could say now everything over 144 is bullish and everything over 161 is confirmation. Problem with this is I don't think if this thing is finished and running that you will see that, because in the past all the time we high low ran. Yeah, it's a risk play. Be in it or don't risk it. There's nothing really more to say here. Okay, and last one, bull. So here's our bull chart. Also for bull, we already finished the first fractal. We already made our V and A. And right now, we are in the higher low. And completely from the technical look, we finished it. We have our V and A, our higher low. Here's our A, our B, our C, just from the higher low, lower high, midpoint T. So I said, here, we have to go under this. And if we go under this, we will get there. Look, we did. So I don't have levels anymore. So this could be our V. We are ready to go. Just saying, if you drop under 1813, then it's not over, but it gets dangerous that this wasn't our bottom. Just saying, because then it is easily possible that we have to do a new all-time low. And we just don't have any levels down here. Just saying. For the safe play, as I'm always saying, $12 is bullish. I would, for the safest play, I would get in here. Our next target then for A is 18 and for B 33. And then it's only the question, are we breaking all-time highs or not? Okay. Good. I don't think I missed anything. Did I? No. If you have questions, feel free to write in the comments. If you have wishes, the same. And if you liked it and don't want to kill me because of more bearish AMC and HYMC, you can give me a like. See you tomorrow.